So, Jeff, we're talking about odd jobs. What's a job that you would like to have? What's a job that you think would be one of the coolest jobs to have?
Oh, difficult question, Todd. Um, I guess the job that I would like to do, it might not be the coolest job, but I think it'd be fun job, and it would pay okay. Would be running a small tour company. So taking small groups of people to exotic locations like India, and having sort of very intimate tour, so that you don't stand out in the country you're in, and the people that you're taking on the tour get to sort of blend in and see some of the real views of the country.
Now, that actually surprises me a little bit because you're a very worldly person, Jeff, and you're very conscious about culture and things like that. Don't you worry that if you have a job where you're bringing people into another culture, that you maybe ruin it or spoil the culture a little bit?
Yeah, Todd, that's a good point, but I think it's inevitable that they're going to go anyway. So you can take them on a very low impact tour where it doesn't disturb the country so much, or you can let them go with a big organization that sort of takes them through a country so it's like a zoo where there's no interaction and they're sort of just um, looking through a window. So I think if I take them, it will be less destructive to the culture.
Okay. Well, so there are a lot of tour companies out there. So if you had a tour company, what would you do differently? Like, how would your tour company be different than the others?
Um, I think I would try to use a lot of local local people in the service. So instead of bringing people over with you and having them do everything, I'd sort of bring low amount of employees over and let the locals do everything. Let the locals guide, let the locals drive. Um, Try to include the locals as much as possible, and it would be a better experience for the tourists as well.
So I think you mentioned that you like to have your company for India. What is it about India? Why would you want to have a tour company there?
Many people don't like India because it's dirty, noisy, it's smelly, hot, but it's a special place, and I think you sort of lose a bit of your um, the um, social greed or possessional um, habits that you have that you don't even notice you have them, but you sort of you acquire them when you're living in the West, and when you go to India, they're stripped away. So I think it's just a special place, and it's cheap, and it's exotic and interesting. Um, and Indian people are beautiful people, really fun to be around.